Hello and welcome to my video where we will find out who is the best male superstar in the Post Malone and Friends WWE 2K24 DLC pack. And here's Mosh! I love the fact that the Headbangers are finally in another WWE game. I think the last one they were in was WWF Attitude, which was on the PS1 and came out in like 1999. Crazy that it's been that long. I'm a big fan of the Headbangers, and I'm a big fan of the theme of this pack. Like, very musical. We've got the, well, here comes the other one. We've got both Headbangers, who are obviously, Headbanger refers to, like, fans of a certain type of music. The gimmick is obviously that they're, like, metalhead, punky kind of guys. One's called Mosh and one's called Thrasher. Like, come on. I don't know if he still does, but Thrasher used to follow me on Twitter, by the way. And then, yeah, obviously it's the Post Malone and Friends pack, Post Malone being a musician. And then in case you don't know who's in the pack, I'm not going to spoil it, but the fourth and final member of this Fatal 4-Way is also a musical kind of gimmick, for want of a better word. Okay, so we've got both Headbangers out here, but not as a tag team. This is every man for himself in this match. Also on the in the pack is Jimmy Hart, who I believe made. Okay, this is not what I expected from Post Malone. All right. Anyway, yeah, Jimmy Hart was involved in making at least one theme. I've definitely heard a story of him making theme music, but I think he might have been a bit more involved than that in the past in making theme music, and quite musically talented. So it makes sense that he's in this pack. And also, unfortunately, the only female representative of this pack, so unable to feature in this video as she can't fight anyone. But Sensational Sherry, which someone in the comments is going to have to fill me in on what she's got to do with music specifically. That was a backflip. It sure was. But yeah, Sensational Sherry, is she somehow involved musically in something? Anyway, fourth and final competitor. Yeah, quite the musical gimmick, am I right? The Honky Tonk Man. I was a little disappointed, actually. I went to set this one up as a special referee with Jimmy Hart as the ref. But you can't do Fatal 4-Way special referee matches. It seems to be quite limited what you can specially referee in this game. Which is a shame, because I seem to remember in the old games when you could be a special referee, it was pretty much any match. As long as the game could handle the extra player, you could have it. So you couldn't referee like 6-man matches, because those games couldn't handle like more than 6 wrestlers at a time, more than 6 like active participants. I think maybe even in those games the actual referee disappeared, like just the normal referee disappeared in a 6-man match. It was just like an invisible ref. But yeah, the fact that you can't use a referee on a Fatal 4-Way is a little disappointing, to be honest. Anyway, Mosh, Thrasher, Post Malone, and the Honky Tonk Man. Okay, let's see who's the best. Thrasher taking it to Honky Tonk Man. Mosh taking it to Post Malone, but Thrasher hits him in the back and then goes after Post Malone. The Headbanger's got an issue with Post Malone, and they're willing to fight over who gets to beat him up, it would seem. But now Honky Tonk Man uses that distraction to his advantage and takes out Mosh in the corner. Meanwhile, Thrasher has been focusing on Post Malone until Honky Tonk Man came over and hits him with the pullback kitchen sink. Now Honky Tonk Man's going after Post Malone. Is this just "you're not a wrestler" hazing from these three? Seems it at this point. Honky Tonk Man climbs up in the corner. 10 punches. 2. Can he get to... No, he cannot even get to 3. Meanwhile, Mosh is beating up Thrasher. So those two electing not to team up in this match, at least in the early stages. And of course, Fatal 4-Way, Honky Tonk Man just went outside the ring. There wasn't even a thought of a count out in the referee's mind. There's no count outs, no disqualifications in a Fatal 4-Way match. Anything goes, and I think Thrasher just heard me, because now he's going out looking for something under the ring. What's he got? A kendo stick. Whoa! Post Malone ducks it. And now kicking Thrasher in the face. Rude, honestly. Mosh sends Honky Tonk Man into the corner. Now what's he got in mind here? Oh, he's going to try and hang him up in the Tree of Woe. He's got him. Oh, and just kicks in the midsection. And now choking Honky Tonk Man with the boot, but upside down. Meanwhile, look at this from Post Malone. Got the knees to the face. I don't know what you'd call that, but I'd call it painful. I'm sure Thrasher would too. Mosh going for the pin. Only gets a 1 count. That's the second longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time. Mosh, it's going to take more than that to pin him. Now Thrasher going after Post Malone. Well, don't. You should be watching the match. Someone just yelled, now we're talking in case you didn't hear that. Post Malone just thrown at the ropes by Thrasher, but then Thrasher was taken out. Post Malone ducks the kendo stick swing by Mosh. And slams Mosh's head into the apron. He's doing alright for himself at the moment. Post Malone, he's holding his own. That was not an intentional rhyme. Mosh is having a great time. He's well happy to be back in a WWE game. He's got Post Malone up. Honky Tonk Man to the outside. Oh, drops him face first across that hard apron. The edge of that apron. Honky Tonk Man's got the guitar. Oh, and he broke it over Mosh, and Mosh didn't even seem to feel it. Like, legit did not sell that in the slightest. Oh, he felt that, though. Now, Thrasher going up top. Is he thinking stage dive? No, double axe handle. I don't actually know that the stage dive is definitely his finisher in this game, but I know it used to be in, like, WWF Warzone. Oh, runs in, but Post Malone gets the boot up and hits Thrasher right in the mush. Now, kicking Thrasher in the face some more for good measure. Meanwhile, Mosh and Honky Tonk Man have rejoined the action in the ring. Still taking each other on, though. And Mosh going after the arm of Honky Tonk Man. Post Malone waiting for his spot. Fez press. Laying in those right hands. Now, going technical with the Greco-Roman throat hold. I didn't know Post Malone was a technician. Meanwhile, Honky Tonk Man going after Thrasher. Oof, right hand. And now just choking Thrasher across the top rope. Meanwhile, Post Malone's got a kendo stick and he just threw it at Honky Tonk Man's face. And now what's he got in mind for Thrasher? Wow, okay, some strength from Post Malone. Kind of a variation on a Razor's Edge. But with a spin and a sit down, and Mosh saves his former, I guess now, tag team partner. Because they don't look like tag team partners right now. And they've been beating each other up. Oh, an RKO by Post Malone. Where's he getting all this from? Honky Tonk Man's got him up on his shoulders now, though, and drops him neck first across the top rope. Goes for the pin on Mosh after the RKO, but Thrasher recovers in time. So, as much as it's every man for himself, both headbangers have saved each other now at this point. And now Thrasher beating down Honky Tonk Man. Mosh going out for another weapon. It's another kendo stick. Meanwhile, Thrasher's found a new tag partner. It's Post Malone. Oh my god, that's the Good Brothers move. Oh, what's it called? I forget. Now, Thrasher going for the pin off it while Post Malone beating up Mosh. But Honky Tonk Man kicked out one anyway. What's that move called? I know this. I've been able to say this off the tip of my tongue, like, within the last few days. Oh, Post Malone throws the chair at Thrasher, then takes out Honky Tonk Man with a forearm smash. And then Bulldogs Post Malone for good measure, does Thrasher. But Honky Tonk Man takes him to the corner. Now Post Malone, pile driver to Mosh. Post Malone's busting out. Lots of impressive stuff, to be honest. Thrasher not noticing the pin. 1, 2. Oh, Mosh kicked out, which is a good job because Thrasher was not there to break it up that time. Now, everyone's left the ring. Mosh going to be the last one who goes over the top and takes out Post Malone on the outside. Thrasher's got a chair, but Mosh hits a crossbody block and makes Thrasher drop it. Every time the name of that move is in my mind. Did Honky Tonk Man just low blow Mosh? I think he did. I think he just hit him right between the legs. Yeah, every time the name of that move comes into my mind and I know it's there, I go to say it and it disappears again. Big right hand by Mosh. And the headbangers feeling it here. For a second there, they were enjoying their little reunion and then they realised they have to fight each other as well. And then Thrasher threw Mosh across the outside area. And now Bulldog's Post Malone onto the kendo stick. Ouch. It's probably quite understated how much that would hurt. Like, really think about how much getting your face slammed onto a stationary kendo stick on the floor would hurt. That ain't nice. Hip toss by Thrasher to Post Malone. He's really feeling himself in this match. He's glad to be back, you can tell. Now Post Malone hooks Mosh up for a suplex. Oh, drops him face first onto the knee. Now turns his attention to the Honky Tonk Man, who grabs a kendo stick. Oh, but too late. Post Malone already had him lined up for the forearm smash. Now kicking Thrasher in the face as well. Now Mosh grabs Post Malone from behind. Headlock, punch him in the nose. Clothesline from Thrasher to Mosh. These two have probably done worse to each other in a mosh pit. It's fine. They'll get over it. They'll be friends again. Thrasher sent back into the ring by the Honky Tonk Man, who then takes out Post Malone with a clothesline. And kind of gestures to the audience like, I have to fight this guy? He's not even a wrestler. Oh, and slams Mosh down. Look at Honky Tonk Man dominating. Thrasher's going to have to come out and put him in his place. But Honky Tonk Man runs away. Thrasher's running around the other way. They meet on the other side of the ring and collide. I'm not sure what that was all about, but it was kind of fun. Fist drop by Honky Tonk Man to Thrasher's face. Now Mosh and Post Malone going at it on the near side. Post Malone's got Mosh up, drops him on the apron of the ring. Meanwhile, Honky Tonk Man scoop slams Thrasher on those very thin mats on the outside. Post Malone's got a chair. Honky Tonk Man's going for the stairs. Oh, he throws them at Thrasher's face. My goodness. Mosh scoops up Post Malone. He counters, falling reverse DDT. Thrasher sends Honky Tonk Man into the ring. And now he's getting the stairs. And he hits Post Malone in the face with them and then throws them at him while he's down. My goodness. Now the headbanger's circling the ring with the Honky Tonk Man in it, but then Mosh has changed their direction and gone for the clothesline on Thrasher, who ducks it and slams him down to the mat. And again, this is not false count anywhere rules. I say again, have I mentioned that yet? The pinfall or submission must happen in the ring. There are no disqualifications or countouts because it's a fatal four-way. But yeah, the fall has to happen in the ring. Oh, knee to the face by Post Malone. Meanwhile, the headbanger's really going at it now. Mosh with a punch right to Thrasher's face. Stone Cold Stunner. RKO. Post Malone's busting out all the hits. My goodness. He's just a creator superstar at this point, with a creator superstar moveset of all of the finishes. And now he's got a kendo stick. He's just been laying into Mosh with it. Now he goes after Thrasher with it. Now he's moving on to Honky Tonk Man, who begs him off and he drops it, in fact. There's a bit of a standoff between these two while Honky Tonk Man has a dance. Oh, throws him into Thrasher. And into the ring apron now. DDT to Mosh by Thrasher on the outside. Thrasher dodges the right hand by Honky Tonk Man. Doesn't avoid the grip of Post Malone, but does avoid running into the ring post. Scoop and a slam. Clothesline by Honky Tonk Man. By Thrasher to Honky Tonk Man. Oh. Big shot by Honky Tonk Man. Sorry, I'm looking up that move. Magic Killer. That's the one. Could not come up with that. I knew that. But could I come up with it? Could I, Ekerslark? Anyway, what's been going on in the match? Oh, there's a broken kendo stick on the ground. Someone got beaten with that. Let me know in the comments what happened to whom. Uh-oh. DDT to Thrasher on the outside. They're just using Thrasher as a hurdle now. What the hell was going on there? Now Mosh shaking off Post Malone. Flips him through. Leg drop on the arm. Oh, big throw by Honky Tonk Man. Thrasher managed to avoid the chair. But that was a huge throw. Oh, Mosh getting right in the face of Thrasher, and Thrasher having none of it. Honky Tonk Man going after Thrasher. Post Malone going after Honky Tonk Man. Thrasher going after Mosh. Double scoop slam there by Thrasher and Honky Tonk Man, who then turn their attentions to each other. Is this match ever going to end? Are they ever going to get back in the ring? Uh-oh. Oh, into the barricade. Kick to the midsection of Post Malone by Mosh. Mosh feeling confident here now. Honky Tonk Man kicking Post Malone in the midsection, and a short arm clothesline. Maintained wrist control throughout so that Post Malone couldn't really go anywhere. Thrasher misses everyone with a drop kick. Then gets sent back into the ring by Mosh. Ducks the clothesline, does Mosh. Flatliner type move. I don't know if he's got a special name for that, but it looked like a flatliner to me. Clothesline to Post Malone as he comes back into the ring by Thrasher. Goes for the pin. First attempt in a long time. 1, 2. Mosh broke it up. I think Post Malone also kicked out. But, wow. Good strategy by Thrasher. There's been a lot of damage done on the outside since the last time we were all in the ring. And now, speaking of which, they are all, in fact, in the ring. Scoop slam by Mosh going for the pin. Post Malone breaks it up and then turns his attention straight back to the Honky Tonk Man. Now just choking him across the top rope here is Post Malone. And then sends him flying back into the ring. Meanwhile, Mosh. Uh-oh. What's he got in mind here? Burning hammer by Mosh. What the hell? That's not even allowed. 1, 2, 3. I'm not surprised they didn't kick out. Good grief. Mosh is crowned the greatest, the best in the Post Malone and Friends WWE 2K24 DLC pack. So congratulations, Mosh. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what other content you'd like to see. Yeah, go on, Mosh. Go for it. Yeah, let me know what else you'd like to see on this channel. And subscribe if you're new here so you don't miss any future simulated stuff. But for now, all I have left to say is thank you very much for watching. As always, I've been Ibeza. You've been amazing. And I'll see you next time.